Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special investing report brought to you in association with the BNZ. Today we look at the end of an era for a major financial institution in the South Island. Alan Hubbard, the chairman of South Canterbury Finance, has stepped down. He is no longer a director or the chairman. He's been replaced by Bill Bayliss, an independent director, former KPMG partner. He's based in Queenstown. Sandy Meyer, the Chief Executive of South Canterbury Finance, has told us that Alan Hubbard's stake of up to 100% in South Canterbury Finance is now up for sale, and that South Canterbury Finance needs someone, either a bank or a major player, to buy that stake by the end of August. That's because South Canterbury Finance has made big losses on property investments and loans in the South Island mainly. And it needs that equity injection to top it up, particularly as it heads towards the end of the existing deposit guarantee scheme. It has borrowed around about $100 million from Torchlight, and it's reached the ends of its ability to continue to grow that loan. It really needs new equity. And that's why Alan Hubbard, who has controlled South Canterbury Finance for decades, is stepping down and will look to sell most, if not all, of that stake. This really is the end of an era. Alan Hubbard is the man associated with South Canterbury Finance, and over the coming weeks, investors in South Canterbury Finance will go to roadshows where South Canterbury Finance explains this change in this role for Alan Hubbard. He will stay on as president for life, but is no longer a director and no longer the chairman. His role in terms of running South Canterbury Finance on a day-to-day basis is being ramped down quite quickly. Meanwhile, there are some potential risks for investors over the next couple of months in South Canterbury Finance. Now, this isn't financial advice. We don't give financial advice at interest.co.nz. But if it was my mother-in-law who had money invested in South Canterbury Finance and was being asked to roll over that investment beyond the extended government guarantee scheme, remember, South Canterbury Finance's investments are guaranteed by the government until the end of 2011. If my mother-in-law was being asked to invest beyond the end of that 2011 period, I would be very careful. That's because we don't know yet who will be owning South Canterbury Finance or whether it will be able to find a buyer for Alan Hubbard's stake. We also won't know what its credit rating will be. Currently, it's at B+. Now, that is significantly below the BBB- threshold that's seen as investment grade. And over the coming months, and particularly before the end of August, South Canterbury Finance will be in negotiations with bidders for that stake that Alan Hubbard holds. And anyone who's been asked to invest beyond, particularly the end of next year, will have to know, or at least guess, what might happen both with that equity stake and with that credit rating that South Canterbury Finance will receive from Standard & Poor's. We'll also have to know whether South Canterbury Finance will be able to roll over all of those maturing debentures that are due, and there's about 300 or 400 million that have yet to be rolled over before the end of October this year. So there are some significant risks around South Canterbury Finance, and lots of uncertainties about its future ownership, its future capital structure, and its future of its liquidity. Until you know really who's going to buy that stake, and we should know by the end of August, it's very difficult to make a decision about continuing to invest in South Canterbury Finance beyond the end of next year. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special investing report brought to you in association with the BNZ.